How's it going, everyone? So in this video I'm going to be talking about exactly how the niche website has been going for me so far, and exactly where I've failed and how I've actually accomplished some sort of success as well. So if you're interested in knowing about that, then keep watching as I'm going to disclose everything inside of this video. Alright, so what it is I've been building a niche website. As many of you may know, I've been going through Franklin Hatchett's course, which is Savage Affiliates. And those are all the methods and strategies and tactics that I've been using to build a niche website. So the site that I built is based around the dog niche, and I've got many different sort of posts across that website that are helping people with problems within the dog industry. So that's ranging from, training to feeding to behavioral problems to just general day-to-day things like finding the best suited at-home accessories to house a dog, or dealing with dogs after surgery, or how to aid a dog in the case of an injury, and all different things. So I've been doing a lot of research and finding the most or best useful information that I can give out to that audience and sharing it, going into different forums and finding different articles and requests or questions that people have, and then going and doing research to find articles to answer those questions. So there's many different tactics and strategies that I've been using, but you might be a bit confused with the title because I've basically said that I've had failure with the site but somehow achieved success. So that is actually very subjective, and the reason for that is because what it is I had a goal, if you guys have been following me, to hit 100 pages by the end of this year. I wasn't able to hit that target, and to be fair, I never even got really just above halfway. So the amount of pages that I built was 52 in total. So what was happening is I was building up these pages every single day, and I really was building some good momentum. So I was building like 3 to 4 pages per day, every single day, consistently. So everything else that was related around the site, just say for example like backlinks and off-page SEO and all of that different stuff, I was basically leaving as it was secondary, and the primary most important thing I was targeting every single day. So that was writing content, and that's what I believe to be the most important thing that you can do. So obviously backlinks can increase your authority and really increase the speed of your success. But at the same time, creating content is the most important thing, because without content you have nothing, you have no site. Okay, so that was where I failed because I never hit the target. So I got to 52 pages and the site is still like at that point. It's now gathering quite a bit of traffic per day. So I've seen it increase from like 1 to 2 visitors every couple of days or whatever else, to consistently doing like 8 to 15 visitors per day every single day now. And this is very early on, because the first article that I wrote was back in November, and then obviously we're only in December now, so we're looking at only about a 2-month site, and it's already getting that type of traffic. So I don't know where it will be in around 6 months or 12 months, which is where I'm projecting the site to sort of really pick up some good traffic, of where it will then plateau. So I'm seeing how that goes. I'm following Franklin Hatchett's methods as accurate and to the T as possible. And where I had the success was quite interesting. Like I said, it was very subjective. But what it is I actually had a baby boy. So recently I became a father to a baby son. And that was where my time has been allocated over the past week or so. So I already had it in my schedule that I would be taking off the last part of this year, like around 5 days, to review the past quarter of this year and then plan for the next following 2019. So I've already established my plan, which I've shared with you in another video. You can go back to one of my previous videos and see that. It's called my plan of attack for 2019. So I've already got that set out. But based on the success, or I should say the actual milestones that I've hit on this previous site, it will kind of change how I go into 2019. So what I've now got in mind is I'm actually looking at changing the way that I approach 2019. So instead of building 4 websites, which I had in plan, I'm now going to go for 3. So the reason for that is because I would like to still take this site to 100 pages. I'm a strong believer in finishing what you set out to do, and I don't really think that you should really always put a time allocation to whatever it is you're trying to do. It should be more value processed. So that means that my target is action based and I'm trying to get to 100 pages. There's no set time limit of when I get to 100 pages. Obviously, I'd like to do that within the first 3 months of this year, of the next quarter. So I will continue to build that site out until I get to 100 pages, and then only will I move on to the next site, because then I will feel that within myself I've completed the task that I set out to do, and obviously then I can move on to the next task. Okay, so the second site I've really got in plan now is an actual baby site, because that's something I'm doing. So it's going to be all about becoming a father and the best tips and tricks for new baby fathers and mothers, and all of the different tools, utensils, and ways of finding things for cheaper than you might pay on the sort of commercial market. So it's really how I've been approaching fatherhood in general, because I'm really good at shopping online, put it that way. So I can find the best prices online, and that's something I've always been good at. I'll be able to allocate the best sort of prices on what platforms and whatever else, and sometimes it's in places that you might not think of. So that's what that site's all going to be about, actually helping people to do that, and also providing reviews on products that people might be searching for, that might be quite high priced and they're unsure of whether to purchase or not. So I'll be giving an in-depth review, and my partner's also going to play a role on this site as well. So it's quite interesting of how that's going to come together. Now, the following site that I was planning on doing was going to be about photography, because I've got this camera, professional camera, and I'm not that great with it. So at the moment, this is not set in stone, but this is just a guideline that I have. So potentially I'll be looking at building up a photography website to see exactly, all of the different sort of avenues I can go down to provide the best value to people who are getting into photography and learning. So it'll be more of a documentation type of website to document my journey of how it's going and all of the valuable information that I'm learning that I can then obviously share with other people, and really build up an established community with that. In the meantime though, guys, I've been on Cura. So I've been testing out Cura for traffic. I think it's a brilliant platform, because really and truly everything is not based around advertising. Now you might be thinking like platforms like Facebook and stuff have gone dead. Now the reason for that is because it's all about shareholders. So when these companies release themselves to the public, so an IPO of where they release themselves and make themselves publicly official, what it is that basically all of these companies are then invested into by shareholders. Now, when people are invested into, or companies are invested into, it's the actual primary company's job, or the executors and whatever else, their responsibility, CEOs, are to basically please the shareholders and keep the continued growth of the company. This is why obviously people invest into these companies, is to make a return on their investment. So because of that, they need to keep taking revenue. The only source, or the main source of revenue for a majority of social media platforms, is advertisers. So all different marketers and all of that who are going to invest into traffic to obviously, in that sense, buy leads and, traffic to wherever it is they want to drive it to. So because of that, all of these platforms decrease in organic traffic. Reason being is because if, just say for example, a big marketer could just make a big social media profile and reach people organically, then why would they pay for the advertising? So you might see, as over time, a majority of these great social media platforms always deteriorate in organic reach over time, because the more investors pile in, the less that you can reach people organically, because that way there's no potential reach with organic, so you have to buy the traffic, which keeps them obviously making a good income. So that's it in a nutshell, really and truly, of why obviously Facebook has gone to crap in that sense. And Cura at the beginning now is at the beginning of its timeline. So it's a very new platform. I'm not sure exactly when obviously it was established and when it was released. But what I've realized from using it is that I wanted to learn how to use the platform. So it is quite straightforward. I will do a tutorial on that because I couldn't seem to find an accurate tutorial online of how to use the platform. So many people are recommending different tactics and all of this, but it's not like actionable steps like this is what you need to do. So that's the video I'm going to make. And yeah, basically over the course of like I think about 2 weeks, I've managed to gather about 1.5 thousand views onto my profile. And inside of those profiles, you can actually leave links like on different posts that you do to different places wherever you want to link to. So it's just like hyperlinks like on a blog. And you can link it to your YouTube channel, your social media, Instagram, or a blog or website, wherever it is, or wherever you want to, send that traffic, you're able to do so. And what's great about the platform is there's no restriction on exactly how much people you can reach. So if your answer's good, then Cura will continue to push that out on the homepage. And what's great about Cura is it brings in a lot of Google traffic. So when people come in from Google, obviously if someone types a certain question on Google and then you've got a top ranking answer on Cura, they'll come off Google and Cura will be ranking at the top of Google. And then obviously if you're ranking at the top of Cura, you get that traffic. And then obviously that will go to your post and then go off to wherever you've got those links inside of your post. And the idea of Cura is to just share as much value as possible, which is the same thing that you hear on all of these platforms. But what that means is just basically making it very comprehensive, detailed and thought about with your answers. Because again, all of these things are not really broken down. I keep hearing value, but what is value? So it's really basically doing your research, making sure that it's something that can create a transformation for someone. So take them from a place of pain to a desired place. Okay, so if I was trying to do that inside of this YouTube video, it would be to share information that can potentially solve a problem that you're having, or to share an experience that can potentially take you or help you to get faster to your desired position. Okay, so that's what value means when or how I define it when I'm talking about value. So after all of that, looking at the website and whatever else and where it is at the moment, am I happy with it so far in the progress? Yes, definitely. I am definitely happy. I managed to plow through up to 52 pages within just under 2 months, which I think is quite good. In comparison to other people that I've obviously spoke to, I've managed to reach out to a few like-minded individuals, one through my previous YouTube channel and also through Facebook groups. And I've created a group of people of where we share ideas, and they've all had successes online as well. So it's a really good group. And yeah, basically, some of these people are doing over 1,000 per month with affiliate marketing on niche websites. So I'm able to get some good valuable information and share any pointers that I can obviously do so as well within that group. But yeah, so if you've got any type of success and you're a person who wants to be part of a community, then definitely, just leave a comment below this video, and I'll get back to you and we can discuss, how you can potentially join. There's no fees or anything like that. It's completely free as well. What else? So yeah, so the way I had the success in general, which I was talking about, was mainly because, of having a child. So although the actual actionable site milestone was not hit, it does not mean it won't get hit. It's just obviously delayed gratification. So I just had to move the goalpost just a slight bit and make some adjustments. But looking at it, I still had the success because of what has come to me in this previous, couple of weeks. So my son's only about, I think he's 8 days old now. So he's very young still, very new to the world. And I've been enjoying spending some time with him and the sleepless nights as well. So that's been quite hard. But yeah, so that's it, guys. That's an update. I'm sorry I haven't posted as well. So that would be the explanation for that. But I'm going to be bringing out some good content. Make sure you stay tuned. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.